Hello, and what is going on, everybody? It is Master of the TDS, and I am joined by my lovely wife,
WritingRaven.
And we're back for another episode of Psycho-Synopsis.
Indeed.
The segment where we summarize all the Psycho for you. Just a scattering of topics throughout the week, all summarized into one neat little package for you to enjoy and consume at your leisure.
You're welcome.
Happy holidays to all those who are celebrating.
Indeed, and a blessed Yule if you celebrate that as well.
For us, it's the last day of
Hanukkah.
Yeah, so everybody's kind of celebrating, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
We got a couple topics to discuss today, but before we do, we are extremely close to 2K subscribers. We are less than 50 away.
Yes, so please spread the word and help us get there before the month is out.
Smash that subscribe button, tell your friends. Come on, it's so close to the new year, we can't miss it.
It would suck if we did.
Yeah, let's make sure that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
With that said,
let us bring in our first client. Amazon with the Rings of Power.
We don't care about the fans.
Clearly.
Amazon Studios executive Vernon Sanders, who is the head of global television, recently admitted that the company is still completely ignoring fan feedback surrounding The Lord of the Rings of Power.
Really now?
You mean the fans are telling you what they like and don't like, and your response is, la la la, we can't hear you, la la la?
Evidently.
Really?
Sigh.
I mean, I can't say I'm surprised.
Not at all.
But you'd think that, look, you're spending all this money on this show, you would think at a certain point you'd at least consider what the fans are saying back to you. They have mentioned, the second season will have bigger battles and all this kind of stuff, and people have made a good point. If your show's so successful and so good, why do you need to say, oh, we're not going to listen to you, but there's going to be more of this and more of that. Please come watch.
Because they can't admit that it's not good.
True. And unfortunately, this is hilarious because they're going to have another flop on their hands.
That's an understatement.
It's so long between this season that we had and the next one that's going to come out, and they're not listening to the fans at all. So not only is it going to be time between, and not only did the first season not do well, because again, the numbers do not support that it did well. Amazon released numbers for a lot of things they did not release for this.
And it got no award nominations whatsoever.
0. Repeat that. 0 awards.
Nominations of awards.
Not even nominated, but they didn't even get awards at all anyways.
And yet the billboards still say it's the best drama series, which is hilarious.
No, they're right. It is the best drama series. Because of the drama behind the scenes.
And the drama around the scenes.
But that's, to be fair, your own making, Amazon. And that's, I don't think, the kind of drama that you were shooting for. But your show isn't good. You're spending so much money invested in this show. And the fans are trying to explain to you that you're wrong. And you refuse to listen. So if you would like to lose more money, you are well on your way to do that. But admitting that you hear the fans and are purposely ignoring them just goes to show you how entitled you people are, and also shows that you don't really care. You've never cared about Tolkien, you've never cared about this world, you just cared about what you could do to push your own agendas, and that's why your show is failing, that's why it's terrible, and wherever your budget went for the show, it did not go into the actual show itself.
No, it went into either a furnace, a toilet, or both.
Or they lined their own pockets with it.
Yeah, probably.
The budget for it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, not surprising to hear this. If you'd like another flop, you're well on your way to getting it. Enjoy, have fun. Good luck, because you're gonna need it.
Oh yes. Moving on. And next we have The Witcher.
You sit on a throne of lies.
No kidding.
The Witcher, following the exit of star Henry Cavill, showrunner Lauren Histridge has claimed that the series' upcoming third season will be the closest thing that we've done as a one-to-one adaptation of the books.
You mean because Henry made it so before he left?
Or you really don't seem to understand. He leaves. He's one of the main reasons people are watching. You didn't go by the lore the last season, nor the season before that completely. The first season I was told was pretty good.
Yes, it was, for what it was.
The second season was apparently not. Now they're saying that, the third season's going to be great, and it's going to be a great send-off for Henry. You literally leaked information to try and, badmouth him, and nobody bought it. And then you're trying to do damage control, and your best response is, well, the show's great, and everybody loves it, but we're also going to make it more like the book and all this stuff. Please come watch.
No one's going to watch now that Henry is gone. I will be honest. He was the reason I started watching the season before I played any of the games or read any of the books. And I loved what I saw. Then I started reading the books after watching season 2. And I realized, wow, they got so much wrong.
And again, it just goes to show you, if you have to continue to go out to fans and be like, we're going to make it closer to the book or whatever, when you've made it very clear that people there don't like the book, mock the book.
And the games.
And now you're coming out and kind of saying this. If your show's doing so well, Miss Histridge, maybe you wouldn't have to come out and say it's going to be more like the book, would you?
You should have just done that to begin with.
And now, it's the boy who cried wolf. No one is going to believe you.
Not at all. No one believes you anymore. That's why we're sticking to the books and the games.
Now, to be fair, she has, not made it very hidden about the representation and stuff that they're doing. But Hollywood has repeatedly pushed this agendas and stuff into shows. They fail miserably, and they say, the show's doing so well, but we're going to change X, Y, and Z for next season. Please come. And then you come, and guess what?
It still does terribly?
It's the same. They don't actually change anything. They just want to get people to come watch.
Yeah, so the chances that the next season is going to be more accurate to the books is slim to none.
I think that some people will tune in for Henry. I think that your Blood Origin series, from what I saw, had a 33% with critics and has a 12% audience score.
Ouch! That's not good. Then again, they did completely diversify the elven continent.
And
there are no dark elves in The Witcher that I know of.
And wait for it. Remember how they promoted it? 10 reasons you should watch. One person uses sign language. There's a first male-to-male kiss.
No, that's not a reason to watch.
That's not a marketing.
No, it's never a reason to watch.
I love these people who push this stuff and they don't realize that. See, I think the main reason they do this is because they honestly want there to make this more of a big deal going forward so they can use it as shields from whenever people criticize. Because if they just did it and didn't announce it, that's called normalizing. When you announce it and make a big deal, you are doing the exact opposite. So these people are purposely using inclusion, diversity, LGBTQ+ people, whatever, to market their products, and then when you criticize them, they use it as a shield. But they never were going to normalize it. They were never going to help LGBTQ+ people. They just don't care.
Yeah. Someone please ship Lauren to another sphere. Or have an actual Witcher hunter down, because she desperately needs it.
Whatever. There's no amount of elixirs that she could take that would make her more competent at writing.
Or directing.
Or seeing what's blindly in front of her.
Yeah. What a waste.
Good luck, Lauren.
Henry's gonna do so well going forward. Moving on. And next we have James Cameron. And Terminator.
Hasta la vista, baby.
James Cameron revealed that there are discussions to relaunch the Terminator franchise after the failure of Terminator Dark Fate.
And they're gonna make Connor a girl. Just watch.
No, apparently he's mentioned that what he wants to do is he wants to make it focus more on the AI, and they're not going to be villains.
I facepalmed, for anyone who couldn't hear that.
I don't know. Dude, the first 2 Terminator movies were great. The rest have been ranging from meh to bad.
Understatement on bad.
Dark Fate was terrible. You literally killed the franchise, and now you're going to try to bring it back? I will say, one of the saving graces I will say about some of the Terminator reboot is that Matt Smith was playing, I believe, the main AI.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he did a great job with that. You gotta give Matt Smith props for that. He does a great job.
He is my doctor.
But, other than that, wasn't good. You literally killed off the main characters like in the first couple minutes, and then you just made it that it was a girl who knew everything instead. That doesn't work like that.
No, you completely created a paradox in the timeline with Dark Fate. Never make a paradox in the timeline! In anything! It only ends badly.
Now, maybe you have like some sort of huge ego about Avatar now.
Which also isn't doing as well as you said it would.
Yeah. And you already like planned like 6 more of them, and I don't know if you're gonna get that.
The next one is supposed to be called the Seed Bearer.
No thanks.
Yeah, it sounds bad.
I don't think it'll even grow on me, but
Just the name is bad.
regardless, I have no interest in seeing the new Avatar. Again, I've heard people say that there's actually some good things about it, and that's cool. But I just have no interest. And maybe because you think that you're now a big shot, that you get to do whatever you want. Let's be honest, you had a couple good movies, people are fans of you. And lately you've been putting out nothing but kind of or meh movies. And again, nobody is saying the Avatars are bad. I've heard, as I said, some good things about them. But just because something visually looks good does not mean the story is good.
Yeah, most people have been complaining about the story, that it's mediocre and too long.
Yeah, so I don't know why you'd even be talking about this. If anything, you're just trying to drum up attention for yourself. It's not going to be the attention you want. And if you go forward with this, again, maybe there's a chance it'll be good, but I doubt it.
I seriously doubt it.
Especially these days.
Yeah, nothing good will come of it.
So, look, maybe you want to get off your high horse, your blue horse, and, stop interfacing your connection cables with each other for a minute to kind of see smell the roses.
Are there roses on Pandora?
Probably.
Not a bad analogy, though.
Nope. Good luck with that. If you really want to be blue so bad, just paint yourself blue.
Or hold your breath.
Either works.
Moving on. And next we have live-action Little Mermaid.
I don't want to be part of that cringe.
Nor do we.
For their upcoming live-action remake of The Little Mermaid, director Rob Marshall has adamantly denied that there was any sort of agenda behind the casting of Halle Bailey as the traditionally fair-skinned princess.
Right.
Show of hands. Who here believes that?
There are no hands.
Nobody believes you.
None.
Look, you could have made a story about a mermaid that was similar to Little Mermaid, that included her, and no one would have batted an eye. The fact is, you're literally taking Ariel and you race swapped her, and you know you're doing it, and then anybody who doesn't like it is a bigot or racist or sexist or whatever. We've done this song and dance before.
And why is it always the redheads? Come on! Do the blondes for once!
Whatever. How about they don't do any of them?
Then again, they did blondes in Invincible.
Whatever. I don't care. I just think this is ridiculous. And as I said, we've done this song and dance before. And we're not talking about the one that was Under the Sea. We're talking about the one that critics like to do whenever you criticize something that they've made. Just because people worked hard on it doesn't mean we can't criticize.
Criticism is a thing. Get used to it.
And again, if you were telling the truth, and it really was no agenda behind the casting, then why do you have to come out and say it?
A good point.
The only reason would be because you're getting accusations of it, and it's getting under your skin, and therefore you have to come out and say, no. If you really felt that your movie would speak strongly for that, you wouldn't have to come out and attack beforehand.
Yeah, I also don't think she's that pretty.
Look, it could be a decent movie. Nobody's saying it can't be a decent movie. But you're literally stirring up people to get them mad as a marketing tool, and it's not working.
It never does, really. It gives you some publicity, but it doesn't actually make it good. I just hope they don't ruin Ursula. I love Ursula.
Well, they did get some success. Your trailer is one of the most downvoted trailers on YouTube in history.
That's true. I do wish I had Ursula's singing a seashell again, though. That was a very fun toy.
Is that the seashell where we can trap people's voices in?
Yeah, you actually pressed the button and it sang in Ariel's voice. I loved that. I loved having that as a child.
Can we open the shell and just stuff the entire movie into it and then close it and then rip the button off?
I wish it worked that way, but it was plastic, not real. Sadness!
Darn. Whatever. I just have no interest in seeing this. This is going to get a poor turnout, and of course they're going to claim everybody's racist, and we already know this. We're predicting it ahead of time. So when it actually does happen, and you point fingers at us and whatever, or say, we're not generalizing it to you, we're just saying it's these racists, you are. You literally are. You're trying to get outrage bait to get people's attention, and it's not working.
You're already racist for turning a redhead into a black girl.
Don't start with that. People on Twitter get very mad.
Oh yeah, you get so much hate for it, and you are a redhead.
Yeah, but I'm not allowed to say anything because I'm terrible.
For some reason.
I mean, if you want to continue letting me live in your head rent-free, at least just make sure that it's not below sea level.
But
Then again, with you guys' kind of level of intelligence, I doubt you even make C's, so...
Yeah, they get D's and F's.
No, let's be honest, honey. There are grades lower than that.
True, they probably all flunked out of school.
Who says they even go to school?
Good point. Definitely not a school of fish.
That was pretty bad.
I know.
But, tell you what. You can criticize me all you want, but first go to school. How about that?
Good idea.
Open a book and shut your mouths.
Indeed. Let's move on. And next we have Daredevil.
Give me 5 minutes and I will make his outfit red again.
Make Daredevil red again! No?
Matt Murdock actor Charlie Cox has confirmed that rather than continue in the spirit from his original Netflix series, Disney Plus's upcoming Daredevil Born Again will attempt to appeal to a slightly younger audience.
I do not even want to know what that means.
Means less gore, less action, more feelings in hallways?
Probably. That suit is so ugly, too.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Was She-Hulk supposed to, appeal to younger audiences?
Supposedly.
How young are we talking here? Because, it didn't censor any of stuff that it probably shouldn't have shown.
That's true. It was, way too much for adults. Written by adults who act like children.
Whatever. I don't understand why you would show that stuff and that stuff's okay, but showing blood and gore, oh no, save the children!
Oh, come on, blood and gore is the best part! It's not even real!
But you misunderstand the point here, honey. They're willing to show all this stuff in the bedroom to young kids. But blood and gore, we can't show them that.
Good point. Both are traumatizing to children.
Blood and gore less so. Guarantee your kids have seen a horror movie or two behind your back that you don't know about.
Oh yeah, that's definitely true.
Regardless, I don't like the suit. I'm not planning to watch Daredevil Born Again. We will always have the Netflix show, which was very good.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't end up finishing season 3, but maybe at some point.
It doesn't compare to season 2.
I know, that's why I stopped. But look, I like the original Netflix series. I think it's great. It will stand timeless forever.
Though I did hear that Punisher in Daredevil Born Again will be as violent as he was in Daredevil. But they're probably going to censor all the blood.
We don't even know if he's going to be in it.
There's a rumor that he is.
Rumors doesn't mean that it's for true. If he is, I'm assuming that they're going to actually not make him as gory because they wouldn't want to appeal to a younger audience with a very gory Punisher. And I would not be surprised if he's sporting his brand new logo.
Don't even go there! That hideous thing! That's not the Punisher.
Nope.
Not at all.
It is a Punisher, as in it punishes people who try to watch it. You reap what you sow, Disney. This is not going to go over well. I'm sure there'll be people screaming and shouting about it on Twitter, and then you will not actually get the numbers you need.
Yeah.
But we'll never hear of it.
No, because they never shared the numbers, or they scrubbed the numbers to falsify them.
Whatever. At this point, I don't trust anything that comes out of Disney. I am more than willing to give Disney another chance when they earn it.
Yeah.
Show me that you earned my subscription. You earned my viewership. It doesn't come free.
It never does. I mean, you insist on charging so much for it.
Regardless, your track record has shown that you will put out mediocre trash and expect us to pay top dollar for it. No.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the mindless stands on Twitter will tweet about it, maybe a couple of them will consume, but I won't.
Nor will I.
I'd rather consume large quantities of waffles or Chinese food, depending on the circumstance.
Well, I did get more waffles today.
Yay!
Moving on. Next we have Pirates of the Caribbean.
Producer Jerry Bruckheimer claims that the female-led Pirates of the Caribbean film with Margot Robbie at the helm is far from dead in the water despite the actress's previous comments.
Press X to doubt?
They're also saying that, JD's status is in question and that they want to get him back. I think that he deserves another Pirates.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't mean it will be good, but I think he deserves it after everything. Would be one last kind of punch to kind of say I'm back. But please flush that female reboot down the toilet. Come on.
Seriously, no one wants it. And wasn't there already an adult content film with all pirates?
Yeah, but that's not approval for all audiences. It doesn't have strong whammons.
Technically it does.
But they're not strong whammons. If they're strong whammons, they have to act like men.
Oh yeah, good point.
And dress like men. And literally be indistinguishable from men, except for the fact that they announce that they're female most of the time.
Not wrong. I mean, historically speaking, women weren't even allowed on pirate ships, so they would dress up as men to sneak aboard.
And there were female pirates. And they could make a female pirate movie. But you need JD. There's no pirates without JD.
Agreed.
Otherwise, let's flush that turd down the toilet, just like Johnny's trying to do.
Indeed. Moving on. And speaking of JD, last we have his ex-wife.
My appeal? Stepped on a bee? After years of having his name dragged through the mud by everyone from misled fans to Disney executives, thanks to her defamatory op-ed, JD has finally reached the end of his battle to reclaim his reputation from his ex-wife, AH.
Basically, she finally settled and has given up completely on the appeal.
She said her voice is not silenced and came up with this whole statement basically saying, I'm not admitting defeat, I just can't go on. That's admitting defeat.
Yes, it is. I have defended my truth? That's not a term.
Notice your truth. That's the problem. You see, your truth was the one that was full of lies.
Not so much for truth.
You were trying to convince us that it was truth. It was never truth.
Not at all.
I'm glad that this is behind JD. Now, I do believe that we haven't heard the last of AH, and we will be hearing a lot more about her, especially since there's rumors of a tell-all book that she is planning to write.
Oh yeah, I wonder how well that will sell.
I just wonder how much money she will end up making a bunch of YouTubers out there who will literally buy that, will be the only people to buy that book, and then will literally milk it and make it into a bunch of content, and then she'll get mad at them.
You want to do it?
No. Honestly, from watching the trial, I could see very clearly that she was exhibiting certain signs of certain, symptoms of narcissism and other things like that. I'm not going to go into detail on that. I have in the past on certain streams, and if you want to check those out, you can look at our community tab. I believe you'll find a couple of them there. Mm-hmm. But the truth won out in the end. You can cry and write a giant paragraph about how much you're a victim. Nobody believes you. And yes, you were a public laughingstock and a debacle for fun because you literally made yourself that. You dared JD. Go, tell the world. No one will believe you. Guess what?
Everyone believes him and no one believes you. You also proved that you are, in fact, a terrible actress.
Yeah, and I would say liar, liar, pants on fire, but...
Technically, there's just poop in the bed.
That's the reason the pants are on fire.
Oh, I got it.
Well, what can you say? Poop makes good fertilizer. And also an accelerant.
Oh, true. I thought you were just talking about burning the evidence.
I don't know. I would say that, you have a talent for pooping on beds. Maybe you can, get employed at some sort of, farm somewhere, and you can help, nourish their crops.
Well, she is a cow.
That's true. Yeah, that's perfect. Just tie a bell around your neck. You can walk around and ding, 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 ding. JD1, you lost. You can cry, scream, yell, claim you're not the victim. You're not the victim. You're right. You are the perpetrator. You were found out. You can lie, scream, yell, claim it's not over. You've settled. It means the verdict stands, and you lose. The end. Goodbye.
What he said. I got nothing to add. Moving on. And with that being our last client of the day, it's time for us to reveal the diagnosis of the week.
And we have an interesting diagnosis for you that I feel fits very well this week.
Do tell.
So the diagnosis for this week is pathological lying.
Please explain.
So pathological lying is people who feel like a compulsive need to lie about matters both big and small, and it becomes detailed and elaborate. Very easy to kind of figure out that it's not true. It doesn't lead to any lasting benefit, and it can be harmful. This is what we see in Hollywood. They claim that they're doing representation so people can see things on screen. Lies. They claim that we're not trying to push agenda on your kids. Lies. We're not trying to do this. Lies. We all see through you. You do not fool us, and you can continue to lie, but ultimately, it will not bring in more of the audience because even then, how's Strange World's doing? Oh wait, it didn't do well because the audience you were catering to didn't come because it doesn't exist. So, you can continue to try to push the narrative that we're all just liars and haters, but in reality, we all know the truth, you know the truth, and you'll adamantly deny it all you want, but it's very easily debunked. And that's why I feel this is a great diagnosis for this week.
I agree.
And now we move on to the remedy of the week.
And this week we are going to send you to our friend Lucamus Prime, who has turned 23 today. Or was it yesterday?
It was today, actually.
Oh, great.
Either it was today or yesterday. I believe it's today because it shows it on his profile. But happy birthday, Lucamus. Turned 23. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Lucamus has been a great supporter of us. Always retweets our stuff. It's always around. Is one of the moderators in our Discord. Makes some great videos of his own.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does. And he's all around a really great guy.
And he's a fan of a lot of the big franchises like Star Wars, Transformers, The Matrix, Terminator, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Marvel, and other things. And he's not afraid to speak his mind. So if you want to watch somebody who's, not going to pull any punches, that's your guy.
Indeed. So grab your popcorn, head on over there, and let him know that Gothic Therapy referred you.
And wish him a happy birthday.
Indeed.
That is all we have for this week. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and also make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe with notifications on so you do not miss your weekly therapy session.
Or you will be charged. But remember, when you do subscribe, your first session is free, so smash those buttons like they're bad kitties. And do consider joining us at the dusk, midnight, or dawn level. We would appreciate it quite a lot. You can also find links to all of our socials in the description below, as well as links to our merch store and our Discord server known as The Clinic. Be sure to check them out. And please do help us get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We only have like 5-6 days left. We would really, really appreciate it.
We're so close. The right shout out in the right place, the right super chat, whatever it is, would help us get over that little hump there. So just please consider it, and regardless of whether we hit it or not, we appreciate every last one of you.
Yes.
But that's all we got for this week, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Gothic Therapy, out.